Now I can begin speaking. Oh my god, I was like, please, birds. They were trying to make an intro upstairs. But hello, this is another video again. But, you know, sort of like excited, sort of curious. Sort of, and not so much because I got this thing that is the, game capture card that I wanted. The only thing is for its identity on the OBS, it does not say 3.0 USB game capture. But you know, I'm seeing something on the screen, so it is at least going through this object. So I don't know. Dude, I was watching a video and it said do USB video, and like that's how you do it. But I'm like, video card capture is for like video, like your face. So I was so confused. Anyways, I trying through, and I'm on this lane of trying to make it a little bit better. But I did some samples, and you know, we're on it again for an hour. Clocked it for another hour. My gosh, dude. I'm doing this like overwrap of comfort, and yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. But I don't know if I like this item as much, the Goliath. So we're gonna go excuse me. We're gonna go upstairs and then we're gonna see which ones that we can get. Oh my gosh. I'm in a conundrum. Let's see. I'm gonna go here. And this episode, I'm going to share some of the experiences that I've had as far as health and pushing myself, and what, you know, medically I feel has given me a short edge on some of the stuff that I've been trying to do. We're going to go with the Blood Drinker's Chain Blade, unless I can find what the upgrade material is for this one. So we're gonna go here, and then it's something ridiculous, like the Odegon gem. Like, that's not something I'm gonna find right away. I don't hate this item, but it's just, all I need is the Pukey Pukey for the next upgrade of this one. Or I could turn this into an explosive. Oh my gosh, dude. Master terrorist right there. Turning frog puke into explosives. Alright. Now we're gonna be speak to the third fleet master. I don't know if that's that one chick who's in that like floating airs ship, or if we're gonna go right here. Let's find out. Maybe she's at the science lab. Okay, we're heading over here and seeing what this bee wants. Or to testing my limits with these words, like SpongeBob over here. Oh, what I was saying, like what I experienced at work was like a very strong, like bobbling sensation. You know, I feel like my driving tactics, like, you know, I was staying G-force on from my braking and from the way I do it. So I really got like some of the negative effects. I don't know if you've seen that like G-force guy. And as I'm talking to this girl, yeah, I'm definitely, there was this G-force, and it's some name about like how good they are at dealing with G-force, and then also how their face was pretty flopped up. And so I've just been feeling like, you know, either I had brain bruising from it or concussions or whatever, but I've been using allergy, floccinum propionate to Flocano's or Flocka something, you know, not the rapper, but Flocano's prophetate, and I use that along with amphetamine, and then, you know, I'm thinking CBD probably does work because the time of feeling that sensation might negate the trigger of inflammation, and that's my perception of using, you know, the half pill of acetaminophen as well. Oh my gosh. I was like, did I sit that for 1 minute? But that's not the only thing I've been using. I made a secret recipe, and it has to do with, like, you know, spicy stuff to help deal with the congestion that's in some of the cavities in the nose. So I've been using lemon juice extra strength, which really makes me feel that I get a grip of reality, along with, you know, very spicy salsa. And then cayenne pepper was also a good one. I feel like, you know, if people say you ever sniff cayenne pepper, you're definitely gonna get a runny nose. So this is pretty much a good cure for all those things, and that's what we're gonna say for concussions, for our little medical insert right there. And that's pretty much it. The CBD is too much just by itself for this person. I gotta save, and, you know, going all through all kinds of stuff. I think, yeah, and I'm gonna touch on the other part of what I've been talking about for like 2 minutes, and pretty much, you know, I'm getting next to embezzled. You know, I wouldn't trust. You know, the reason that there's hookers in the world is because there's poor quality real estate agents. And that's the kind of annoyance I'm at this. It works in our favor because we hold, you know, our money in our stock, you know, the large amount, and then, you know, we're still alive. We're still alive here. And, but yeah, some of, like, the intolerances, the cost of it for everything within rap, as far as food, electricity, everything that I could use to pay for that is gonna be wrapped in 666, and then we're making 900, which we would still we'd be still working on our job, which is we would get 900, but they're promising 1100. But I mean, our job promising anything to us. Yeah, and then I'm gonna try to cap that off because that's all I want to go into that. As far as any other adventures, you know, coming off the wind down of, you know, accepting that I'm 24 years old, which is cool, which is fun. I expect my 24th year to be really good, and then I really want to be just out there by myself and showing that I can adapt to, like, what I'm used to, which is that I'm just in this, like, plane of being by myself and working on myself, and, you know, I can believe that I'm doing what is correct for myself, and, you know, I have a lot more confidence in being wrong versus being somewhere with other people.
One record of Valhalla, but it was more like a possible match, not a definite ID. We might get an upgrade from shooting stars to superstars if we actually do find Valhazak here.
We can also reveal some stuff about business, because, I mean, I don't know who's loyal enough or to see, like, beginning time, what is that, but I've created a business tutorial that I'm going to segment into three different thirds, which I'm going to call Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire. And, you know, Sapphire is going to symbolize balance, Ruby power, and Emerald growth. And I'm just going to show how those concepts are conceptualized into business and how they affect, you know, your outcome as a person. Because if you want too much power or status, you know, you might be putting yourself off balance, taking more risk, and, you know, growing less. We got $1,000, you know, $750 of product for a store coming on the way, so we can get close to our 1,000 item goal. So I'm pretty happy about that. We have 150 now, so about 50 items to list, but I did not really feel inspired to do that. But even though I should, because once the weekday comes, you know, I'm gonna be, you know, snapped back into doing my regiment of just doing my regiment and looking at what I look at, and then I don't even know what else. I also sent, you know, I tried to send a letter to like a crush when I was like, you know, when I was like 20, and like did not have any like success to like someone, pretty much someone, or, you know, I would be accused if it was ever romantic of like several girls that I would like feel would symbolize of being like a bit older, or that's what it kind of seemed like I was doing without knowing that I was doing that, or something that I was attracted to. But whether they got it is unknown, so that's okay, whether it's a misconnection. But I do have the second platter in my possession right now, so hopefully as catatonic as it sounds, hopefully my mother will deliver it, and I'll stop being so frustrated about it. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that, because I waited a long time for, you know, this crazy who I thought was trying to steal my mail. I got flowers. She said she was gonna throw away my letter because I wanted to send flowers to a place where it's like, you know, there's security precautions. I'm like, you seriously gonna not send something? Dude, so with the next platter, I put all 3 names on that, and I kept the chocolate on the outside of that thing with a clear bag. You know, if that female has any conscience, she's gonna take that package. She's gonna eat it, hopefully, and then I'll have my victory. Oh, what else did I do? Like, I'm gonna try to jam pack my life with events. Dude, I tried to make an offer to like a bunch of relatives to do a 1/3 split on joint tenancy of a $55,000 home, which there was other options too for the location, and I'm like, dude, of the life that you see now versus the life of splitting 55,000, whatever the cut is for that, you know, I would rather, you know, just stop at life. But I guess we made like a big mistake not trying to make like hard leaps for friendship, or, you know, holding that attitude. We've more been like, you know, reclused and unwilling to open our doors to anyone in this like narcissistical sense of like self-worth and value and money to push people away. But we still have, you know, the catatonic bar of having our real estate people try to be whatever. And I'm like, it's the end of winter, you know, I'm ready for my fate. I'm ready for the bridge. But I was thinking about it, and if I had all my money inside of my broker versus all inside my store, you know, if you take 100 divided by 12, you get 8.33. And that's a pretty sacred number, because if your return on investment is 8.33 of the capital a month, then you would essentially make 100% yield. So it's a safe bet to go with your store. So that's what I told myself. So I'm like, the emerald is my store, and the ruby is like stock and gambling, and then the sapphire is balancing my home, and that's how I've decided to split up my life, which was a good decision. It's kind of bug that we have to keep going into a circle. Is this the area? And I don't know if this comes out good, but I was crossing my fingers because I tried to show myself, which I think I can, but you know, I can just take a picture on Instagram because I don't feel like it's worth it. Because I don't want it to like. But I feel like with that new amount into the store, I mean, that's enough for now. I mean, it's not like our capita is enough. Our capita on our store has to reach the same that it is into our gambit. And if not, dude, this year could be one of the most trying years because our money is just trying to close into this 50,000, or let's say, you know, whatever goals you have. Later on, I will teach like when you're not close to a goal and that you really have to make breaks for it, because goals exist in the things that are measurable. And for the first part, it was like saving 700 every month, you know, no comforts, in an optimal nest situation. So I can understand the challenge of that, and will, you know, give contributions to those things, so you don't feel like, you know, you're just like a loser gamer, you know, like me, trying to make a break for some easy goals that are not as hard as you can think, but are pretty much everything. They'll make you in this freaking flesh dragon. This creature looks pretty sick, and I'm pretty glad that we got to this thing.
We did it! Valhazak is really here! Tracker,
Oh my gosh.
now we can go ahead with our research. You can do this!
Oh my gosh, dude, if I can...
Health and half. You got a nullberry on you?
A nullberry? Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, that person's... I swear, the thing that's those words morphed said something like you're something changed from alcohol. My gosh, dude, it's a symbol. Dude, that's so sucky because we've already done this. A nullberry? Why in the world do we need a nullberry? That is so bogus. I don't know if we'll be able to succeed in passing this part. I know I made a lot of progress with some of the weapons, but I also know that the nullberry is not what we have, and we got toasted in a second, whether or not we did damage. Alright, let's go. I don't know why I gave you that stuff, but no, you can have your own fit as well, Deathclaw. I'm getting prepared for the Prada tournament, but I have to transfer cryptocurrency, so that was like a first, and I got a 14-day wait time for the transfer, so it kind of sets, you know, if I make a mistake, then I have, excuse my repetitions for mannerisms. That time in between, then I will be ready to get some gambling on and no problem record me losing a chip or two. We can get this, who knows. This is the one that has demon mode. Ah man, I mean this is the best we can do. We're gonna die for sure. You know, at least we're good. It's not cool that we didn't get the kill. Yes, it's not the same as the nullberry. Oh my goodness, the overlay to what I was saying about Vein 20, it was so gross. I mean, whoever used my feng shui to get through with that one, I don't even know. Like, look at this. Oh my gosh, I don't want to ruin this. I think I should just wait for my friend to do this. You do not want to get near that acid, because that'll take you half health. I don't want to get damaged. Okay, I've only died once, so please, invisible, save me, please. I need more stamina. Oh my gosh, bad health. Rest in peace to this other character. Now, back you. I was working on my other characters as far as my... So you know how, like, how I was saying in one video that, you know, you can kind of do, like, an overlay illusion? Like, let's say... Oh my gosh, never mind. I'm not gonna do it right now, but... It's not like, it doesn't take any effort to do, but I'm just saying, I got different characters or skins and personas for different abilities, and I was trying to show off on that I made a new character, or I try to, well, I made the 10 base players from my witchcraft game, so pretty much this character, this one right here, is player 1, and you know, they're kind of You know, they got that personality that they have coverage from Leo. You know, they're law enforcement officers, protection rights, that they live with their mother. They're kind of, you know, obnoxious. They know they get on everybody's nerves. That's who player 1 is. Their weapon is a hammer, because if you hold a hammer and you just, you know, you walk with daily life with it versus having these kind of other items, then you can really see that, you know, this character really wants to stick out and be, you know, an American. So number 1 is an American. Number 2 is like kind of like Sasuke, a very emo. Of the comparisons, number 1 is Naruto, number 2 is Sasuke, and they have 2 short-bladed weapons. And I kind of put words as in a trap for some paranormal problems I was having. So, you know, these other poltergeists or planeswalkers, if you play Magic the Gathering, you know, they thought they were just gonna get me. I got a strategy to deal with these hoes. I'm on that half health. Fine. It's not working. I don't have no berry in my BOB box. I was getting interested in geology, and because I was being greedy and thinking about gems. Anyways, I found out that, you know, all of the really good metals like palladium, platinum, gold, and silver are non-magnetic if they're pure. So that's an interesting thing to think about, that if a magnet touches that, but authenticity, you can tell if it's the pure grade for sure, that it's not any of those, if it is magnetic. Like cobalt and like iron, steels, that's all magnetic. We actually did get it. Thank you team.
You don't mind us stepping in and taking care of this for you.
Oh my gosh. What? What did I do? Was that the attitude? That was kind of my attitude. Oh my gosh. After this whole, like, you know, anti-Asian whatever, dude, I felt the most obvious heat wave of, you know, suggestive hate in my Magic realm as I've ever felt, dude. It was a complete reverse effect. You know, like how your overlay is like this? I don't know if you've ever seen the Mutter Museum, but I felt like it was like the mood of all the hate fetish combined. And I, like, my body had, like, morphed or illusioned into one of those weird dolls. And I was looking at that thing, I don't know if it was the Michigan one or the Mutton one, and I was like, wow, I actually do have a black doll, but it's not like one of those ones with its mouth open. you know, that it's like all racist, but it is like, you know, it is old-fashioned. I wonder if it is worth any money, except it's all ripped up. It was from an antique place. It is a good item. I really do like it. But I'm gonna try to bring in, and I'd like make this fantasy to make like, you know, witch stuff sound kind of cool, or, you know, I have a theme of some stuff, and I was talking about the numbers 3. Some of the other ones are too embarrassing, but I gave you some hints on some of the characters, and basically the number 1, that character becoming official in the 1 through 100 collection is pretty much just because I was annoyed by a lot of like the Leo protection, because, you know, like I felt like a lot of injustice from like, you know, a lot of the most crimes that can happen are between like the connections you have with the police, and I didn't really believe that you know, that there should be protections outside of being a human. Yeah, like maybe if I had those equal protections, or that other person did, they would be less in fear of their life. Because as far as the other crimes go, which I will review each crime over time as like a sort of like educational thing as well, it's good to know, because then you'll be like less afraid if you think you're doing something wrong. And yeah, I think that's pretty much a good thing to know. Oh, and it's good to see the team again. And yes, this player is number 1, and that looks like Wukong. I don't know if I should, you know, if it's a joke that number 1 thinks that he's Monkey Boy, and then Monkey Boy is someone completely different. We're gonna see what these things, and it's kind of like, you know, for like those things, like how they move. Like, let's say I'm turning my character into a banana, or everybody here into a banana. Like, that's like the extent of the illusion ability. That's all that I got as far as skill right there. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now she believes she's a banana. My goodness, hypnotism, I say. You are not a banana. You are disappointed right there.
Okay, back to work.
Alright, nobody is a banana.
Impressive.
Oh my gosh. However, it's still unclear. Return to other recesses. It's me, daring from the same. Or my number will be 13 for this D&D game, and nothing out of my life is gonna leave this 13 game, or leave this game of these characters. As far as my life is concerned, I will share it, and this will be my version of a diary.
Understood.
From 2.
Hey partner, are you sure you want to go on that quest from the Admiral?
Oh yes, I did apply to the military, and I did get half denied because, you know, they're trying to bring up, you know, things that I don't see are applicable to the actions, and, you know, mental health doesn't get a full exposure of the identity of what that means. You know, you can't be 100% yourself if you can't live in your mental. And I also felt that a lot of, like, you know, declarations on other people are in one aspect that's negative for the, you know, security of that person keeping their job. So I don't really respect psychiatric mental declarations, or, you know, hardly anything. Not until you know common sense. you know, you leave it to whoever these doctors are, you know, you pretty much killed everybody for something that was curable. Completely disgusting, in my opinion. But, you know, I really want to change, like, when I'm richer, if I am richer at all, and for what I say, you know, I'm not gonna just allow myself not to follow my rhythm, but hopefully there'll be, like, a new tone of, you know, being able to feel that you can be yourself, or, you know, support something without it trying to cave in on you. But who knows? You know, when I say those words and I connect it with what I think, like, in my mind, metaphysically, is my feelings to what that is, I feel like it's possible, but I don't really feel the enjoyment of it. I feel like if I can't cultivate that feeling right now, then it's, you know, it doesn't exist. That's pretty much it. Anyways, I was gonna get potato chips today, and I did not. Instead, I got some laundry detergent
So, you made it.
and this cord.
Admiral! Whoa! The Seeker is here too!
Oh my gosh, who was that girl? You cheating on me, virtual babe. I see how it is. Don't ever talk to me again, or I'll cry. Bye, bitch. I gotta go.
Greetings.
Alright. Oh my gosh. This guy copying me. Well, yes, I'm seeking to take the challenge to open up the magical realm and of 77. And also, you know, if you take body language for verbatim of what it is, I'll try to explain, like, what some, like, you know, it's like a seance, sort of, what some of these, like, geist or creatures are trying to say, but pretty much any number that has two of the same, like in a lottery, is a location, guaranteed. So that's easy to remember. 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99 are all locations, with, like, some other unique locations. And
Farewell.
yes.
Now,
Dude, oh my gosh. I swear I just talked to this guy. Yes, I'm ready.
it begins.
So what do you think for our strategy? Are we ready? Nah,
You're really doing this?
procrastination is the best.
We shall return. Enough.
To be fair, for the latency of it, the best that we could do is worse than what we'd be doing right now. We're so close. Let's go. I'm been anxious to see the constant things that have been. It's pretty nice for this thing. I do like this, and I do have
How did you even
facets
find this
of
damn place
gems.
anyway?
We have
And other
Sora
things.
Magdaros to thank for clearing the way.
Oh yeah, I can review some of
The elder dragons
these
dissolved
geologists.
in the effluvium, and the energy that accumulates
As far
in the
as
veins of the earth
asking for something
rises.
outside, if you have poltergeist abilities,
Recess?
geologist
However,
journal,
in more
and it's still with a
recent
G,
years, I have
is a
sensed drastic
our exploration later on of gems, which I do want to do in real life because that'd be pretty awesome. And I think that there are some lands that we can harvest materials. And Michigan allows gold panning, but it does not allow sluicing except on like between certain months. So that sucks, but that's kind of cool that they do give some release. But you know, that means gold is not fruitless here, and the water is cold and clear, so it's like really good, but it's just cold. So I think that's what draws people away from saying that Michigan is a good place for material. I think it's just those things. But non-magnetic gold, silver, copper has repel or has slow
It's inside.
push pull or something like that. It slides. Palladium, platinum, non-magnetic. So you can authenticate with a magnet. Steel, cobalt, nickel, iron. Silver, palladium, platinum impersonators. And supposedly they can be found in granite, which looks like canyon rock. It has this like red. If you were to go to the Grand Canyon and you were to take that and a jumble of rocks, and you kind of see it like what would be on a wall, it kind of looks like the wasteland of Whitespire in this. Pegamite looks like a golden shiner if you've ever seen a fish or like a yellowtail. Doria is a black base, white peppered sea salt type thing. Basalt looks like asphalt, and scoria is a rock lava.
No!
So if you want the information as far as that, character 5, they're a brawler, and you know they're more in art style, so things related to that are in character 5. But unless find that, maybe that'll be for a different story where we can really exist on it. But I'm gonna do it to things that I really do, so I can exist to know about it eventually, or what I think I'll be able to talk about. I know it sounds pretty different from it, but I think it's cool. I think it's important. I think some of the things for the other ones are important, but I can't let them get messed up. These years have to go good, else there's a lot that we can't teach or explore.
Oh no! This is awful!
Because if I don't get some of these goals, nobody will. That's what I say. Alright, if our knowledge, you know, we are gonna know gems, and I'm gonna look it up after this. So I'm gonna try to test my ability if that we can know something before this. But, you know, at first glance, I'm only gonna say this looks like some blue jadeite material. That's the best guess I have. But if you were to try to guess what this is, do you think it's just some white jade? We'll see if anything in the motion of what it looks like. Let's say, like how that says apple. We're gonna try to see if somewhere we can, you know, synchronize ourselves or get some help. And if you do show that you have an ability, then you can get sponsored as a number. And I do have, you know, a lot of helpful things around this. And I can cancel, you know, things that you say as well, so it's not like you can just be rude. Like that's trying to make the whole thing go away, so you're not gonna just give me. Should we make a calling to get some help? I think. Well, I feel like it seems clear and crisp to what I want to do, but I don't. I don't really feel like the energy cares to, you know what kind of gem that looks like. It's just to defeat the monster. Has the glow, then it's not gonna have anything where I can. This one over that. But as long as we have full health, we can... Some of the items seem too good, even for having like nobody watch it. If I can get myself over here. Alright, we're gonna roll. I think it's gonna do something that we do with it. This one does it straight. Can be consistent, or we can just straight fire in SOS right now while they're doing this. That was the most messed up SOS. Hopefully it doesn't do too much damage to our game. I don't know if it looks actually as good, but I did change some stuff. It's not running off of the thing that I was using last time. One around the corner. I'm gonna go for this one even though it's the lighter one. Maybe I'm wasting team time. But I also offered in the second platter to to this team of 3 the same deal to, you know, negotiate some kind of terms of, you know, slight retirement or just a full paid off home, which I can contribute half of the amount. Well, I'm not going to contribute half of the amount until the end of the year, just because that's my whole amount. But that was my deal. So, you know, girls at this location, you know, consider convincing, or next time the certain mother has to go to this place, taking up on this deal so I can be retired. And I have to work 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. all the time. I'm so confident in this month. Or girl, or nobody, in case anybody gets jealous. But that'd be cool to have failure family not be a failure. The Akatsuki to my Naruto. Oh my gosh. Was that our fault? That was kind of bad right there.
You can grab a transport at the hitching post there. Then you'll be able to reach the other side of the river.
Good to know. Oh, my foot is frozen. I hope this video came out better. I know it's not like, you know, when I do the main quest, it's always like the fear that we're not gonna just do side things and just enjoy the experience. But I just enjoyed that I began to play it all today, and I got the setup all sort of figured out. If I am filtering it through the game capture, is it at least doing something versus not? I can't even tell. Well, I can tell, but I don't know. I can't show my face. There's nothing to see right now. I'm not going to televise all the things for how to improve your store or how to have that correct mentality until I feel the reward. And that's not against anybody but time. How I died on that one, I don't know, Aiden. It was just, it was a bad occurrence, I say. I just stood somewhere and then I died. I went back into let's see if I can actually do some damage. I'm forgetting how to use this character. I think it's YB is the best one. I'm gonna be selfish in case we don't get this. Oh my gosh, wrong mistake right there. Okay, here I go into the lava. I'm sure I need mystery tail for something right now. Gotta be a pigger and get myself that bad. So you can stay on to the demon third. There we go, our YB is so much better. I was going with the BB, but it's not so much. RB to go back into your chef and then finally helping out, then giving tutorials. Oh my gosh, possession from 5. We're still in demon mode. It slowly drains all the ways. And then if any concern, we'll leave this right here. And as far as our fate rolls, if said crush helps us get a military waiver, then we can have a safety set on our base. If not, we have a huge vulnerability. And then I will not give you any help on any kind of financial help you'll need, which no one will believe that I know anything about. That it's the experience to the point of everything that matters, if it matters. Unless you got that thing that works. I switch here, I know it goes left like that. I have tried to play Dark Souls, and I'm not that. I'm on Dark Souls 3, and yeah, you know where you go to the church and there's the button you roll over, and then you realize it takes you up to the harpoon thrower who's getting you near someone past those a witch, or if you've ever seen Berserk, the you know, the set of torturers. There's Hummingbird, and there's a bunch of other ones. But anyways, I'm at that point where I'm versing that like Palladium one that is just impossible for one player. I don't know how I'm gonna get it with my character. Oh, please tell me it's not gonna go wide as well. Thank you, Dragon. My gosh, dude. Coming at you like Rock Lee. With the nunchuck. Nah, that's my guy right there. Oh, please, please. I don't want to be the one to mess this up right now. Please, please. I'll do whatever you want. Oh, that was the right direction. Back to the heal boost. Run for your life, Naruto, please. We're gonna go here. I don't want this guy getting to kill me right now. Which one's Gaigan? Which one's the duck with the palladium arms? Oh my gosh, dude. It's been 2 minutes of beeping. I should have listened to whatever that was. But, you know, if there is any sort of sounds, you really gotta, you know, make your presence known so I know that there is beeping. I kinda did see something, but there was proof, at real time at least. Alright. There'll be no more alarms. I'll say, you know, 2 minutes, there was beeping. I was like, why is everybody bucking around like anchovies? Turned out there was background sound. Let's see if we can... fighting this one for a while. Man, I must got 0. Well, I got 1 view. One poltergeist comment right there. Did you guys catch that? We got our own Brood 10 paranormal group right here. It's called Paranormal Investigations. On this episode, we'll be investigating the paranormal. Aiden, is that you? Do you have a presence? Are you in the room?
Hard, you okay? Hey, Hard!
Say yes if you can respond. Thank you, Aiden. Oh, wow. This one, on its last breath, casted Earthquake and is trying to make me sick. Dude, we got the mystery gem of something. That's significant. You don't know how many Angel Rats I went through to not get an Angel Rat gem. Oh my gosh, dude, this game needs a backboard. Alright, that's about it for now. Thank you, everybody. Oh my gosh. I don't know if that character was, if this is number 1 or side dub. I don't want to look like a... Oh, in the Epica, I fall down and get back up. Pretty awesome of a finish. Apologize about this 2 minutes and 45 seconds of beeping, but I'm sure that knocked someone out cold. I didn't even notice. Someone out there over the rainbow. Should have went with the Wally and Eevee comparison, but it's all good. Wally, Eve. I don't know. That sounds like a love triangle. I don't know what ET's doing in there.
Hey! Commander! He's awake!
What is it with you? All you ever do is sleep and fall off things. So how awesome were you down there?
Stop
Too
being
awesome?
annoying. Yes.
Well, good morning. Thanks to you, the Research Commission's work is complete. I sent a ship ahead to report back to the Guild. They'll relieve us just as soon as they confirm our findings. Everyone, I commend you all for your valiant efforts here. And now, let us celebrate! To banquet!
Cheers! Well, we did it. You know, after we crash landed here, I started to wonder if I made the right choice. But the new world was all the adventure I wanted and more. Oh, she made it. I'm just gonna say hi. Come on.
May I? If not for you, I might not be alive. Thank you. You have quite the eccentric group here, but all of them talented, unique, driven. You all seem willful, of your own mind, but when the time comes, you join together and become a force to be reckoned with. I suspect there is no trial you could not collectively overcome. A monster that's been incubating in bioenergy. Lurking so close and hiding so well. Perhaps it was what first drew the aging elders here, to satisfy its cravings for energy.
Could be right. Maybe it used some sort of pheromone or something.
Does look like.
Eventually, the land became rich with nutrients. The perfect home for tough monsters. The energy smorgasbord must be why the elders inhabit the recess. Huh, you know, we're lucky you stopped that thing. Would have been a disaster if it left its nest. Well then, 3 cheers for you.
No. I think you should keep it.
Listen up, everyone. We've received word from the Guild. The Guild commends you for your dedicated research to the Elder Crossing. In light of your findings, we have confirmed the monster as a new species of Elder Dragon. An official name has been chosen. Xenojiva. This concludes your duty with the Research Commission. We thank you again for your service. You are free to return home at your discretion.
Yeah.
However, the Commission's presence in the New World still has potential to be of great benefit to the Guild. We would ask you to continue your work there, if you are so willing. There you have it. If we decide to stay and take on new research, there are bound to be trials ahead. Dangers. You don't want that, do you?
What are you talking about? Of course that's what we want. Let's stay.
We can do it!
Yeah, we want it.
Yes, we do.
All right. Commission, welcome to your new home.
I better pack out the weight. This is gonna be hard work.
Wow, pretty devastating. You know, if I knew that this game was gonna be over, I would have, you know, really shown that I was, you know, would have got some drinks for this one. But I'm very anticipated that we're late for this show and that we haven't gotten even into Iceborne. You know, we have little to no traction, which is bad in some essences, but I guess the best leadership role will be honest, but not always saying too much of what they feel. And you know, as we wait for someone to join with us on our voyage for an early retirement post our 24th birthday, or are we gonna be more neglectful of any others with a life of loneliness for this year? With some amends to, like, you know, family values and the dependency and challenges for us ahead this year. So that's what I would add to the ending of my saga for this chapter. Alright, that's enough of the tail end of this.